WWE returns to Saudi Arabia for the 6th Crown Jewel Premium Live event. The show goes down on Saturday, November 2nd, at Riyadh's Mohammed Abdo Arena. 7 matches have been officially confirmed, at the time of this writing. The PPV portion of the show will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock in the US and WWE Network elsewhere. WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H announced the first-ever Crown Jewel Championship matchup featuring the top men and women's champions from Raw and SmackDown at Bad Blood. The inaugural Crown Jewel Championship match for both men and women champions will go down this Saturday. The winners of these respective matches will also get a Super Bowl-sized ring to take home. With that being said, here's our Crown Jewel preview and predictions. Gunther vs. Cody Rhodes, Crown Jewel Championship match. Backdrop: the October 7th episode of Raw saw Cody Rhodes show up to confront Gunther following his successful world title defense against Sami Zayn. The ring general would travel to SmackDown on Rhodes' invitation in the lead-up to WWE Crown Jewel to build their Champion vs. Champion match. Rhodes and Gunther previously collided at Royal Rumble 2024. They were the last 2 survivors at the 2023 Men's Royal Rumble. Rhodes won that matchup by last eliminating Gunther. Prediction: this is a tough one. You've WWE's Gold Boy, Cody Rhodes, finally set to go one-on-one against the workhorse champion, Gunther. Their body of work cannot be overstated. For Cody, it's been about overcoming adversity to end Roman Reigns' historic run. Gunther, on the other hand, had a record-breaking Intercontinental title run before claiming the world title. I'm going with Gunther for the Crown Jewel Championship match because it would add intrigue to Cody's arc, and could potentially plant seeds for a Codelander run down the line. Liv Morgan vs. Nia Jax, Women's Crown Jewel Championship match. Backdrop: Liv Morgan popped up on October 11th WWE SmackDown to confront Nia Jax. Morgan would cost Jax her non-title match against Naomi later that night. The episode also featured a cameo by Rhea Ripley. Nia got her payback the following week on Raw when she took out Liv with the Annihilator. The champion then encouraged Tiffany Stratton to cash in on Liv, but Dominic Mysterio made the save. Prediction: this is a singles matchup on paper, but don't be surprised if it turns into a triple threat at WWE Crown Jewel. With Rhea Ripley seemingly out of the picture due to a parking lot attack on NXT, Stratton has to get past Raquel Rodriguez and Dominic to cash in on Liv. As for Nia, the WWE Women's Champion needs to watch her back because her reign could be in jeopardy as well. Imagine the reaction if Tiffany cashes in on Nia during the match to become WWE Women's and Crown Jewel Champion. Seth Rollins vs. Bronson Reed at WWE Crown Jewel. Backdrop: Big Bronson Reed put Seth Rollins on the shelf with 6 tsunamis on the August 5th episode of Raw. The Visionary would make his surprise return to cost Reed his last monster standing match against Braun Strowman nearly 2 months later on the Red brand. After convincing Adam Pearce to book a singles match between him and Reed, Rollins took a Death Valley driver from the big man in the parking lot on the final Raw before WWE Crown Jewel. Prediction: Saturday will mark Bronson Reed's first PLE in-ring appearance since WWE King and Queen of the Ring 2023, when he went up against Chad Gable and Sami Zayn. The former Jonah has been built as an absolute monster under Triple. Reed needs the PLE win more than the already established Seth "freakin' Rollins." If Reed can shake off the effects of a curb stomp on a freaking car, he can absolutely destroy Rollins this Saturday in Saudi Arabia. Randy Orton vs. Kevin Owens. Backdrop: Randy Orton tried to play the peacemaker between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes at WWE Bad Blood. But the Viper ended up being the victim of KO's assault on October 11th WWE SmackDown. A pissed-off Orton would confront Triple H 2 weeks later before successfully convincing his former mentor and rival to book him against Owens at WWE Crown Jewel. Prediction: Triple H didn't want to put Orton against Owens because of what KO might do to the Viper. Hunter might be right. The WWE Universe knows what an unhinged KO is capable of. The same could be said about Orton. We've seen him unleash hell against the likes of Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, the McMahons, and even The Undertaker. I'm not picking sides in this one. LA Knight, C, versus Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, triple threat match for the United States title. Backdrop: LA Knight put a stop to the series decider between Andrade and Melo on SmackDown by taking out both men with the BFT. The megastar soon found himself in a predicament when SmackDown GM Nick Aldis booked him in a triple threat match also featuring his two rivals at WWE Crown Jewel. Prediction: Andrade and Carmelo gave the WWE Universe 6 incredible matches in the lead-up to Saudi. One man would have walked away the winner if it wasn't for Knight using his special referee authority to his advantage. This triple threat could potentially be the match of the night, with Knight walking out, still your United States champion, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, C, versus Io Sky and Kairi Sane versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson versus Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Backdrop: tired of seeing the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship defenses end in controversial fashion, the general managers of Raw, SmackDown and NXT announced a fatal four-way match featuring challengers from all three brands to take on defending champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill at Crown Jewel. Prediction: Io Sky and Kairi Sane are, arguably, the biggest threat to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair in this matchup. That said, it's about time WWE Creative showed some love to Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. Both women have absolutely knocked it out of the park as a tag team. They must get the W come Saturday. Roman Reigns and the Usos versus 3 members of the Bloodline, 6-man tag team match at WWE Crown Jewel. Backdrop: Jimmy Rhodes' return at Bad Blood to help Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes win against the Bloodline planted the seeds for this matchup. Jimmy tried to convince Reigns to talk to Jay as both men took on the Bloodline in the following weeks. The Bloodline would cost Jay his Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker on October 21 Raw, only for Jay to help MCMG claim the WWE Tag Team Championship on October 25 SmackDown before embracing Jimmy later that night. Prediction: WWE filmed an angle involving the OG Bloodline for the final SmackDown before Crown Jewel. With the trio on the same side, fans can expect some incredible action to go down this Friday. That said, Roman and the Usos are still one member short against the Bloodline. We know Solo will play dirty in this 6-man tag team match. As for the outcome, Solo and his group gets the win to set up the War Games match for Survivor Series, where we may see Roman and the Usos finally put an end to this rogue version of the Bloodline for good.